down that
Good evening.
immediate.
Tonight I am at White Plains Baptist Church in Pelzer, South Carolina. My name is Jill, and I've never been here before. It's a beautiful cemetery. I don't think it's as old as the ones I'm used to walking through. It's a lot of recent interments here. But it's beautiful. It's laid out very different too. There's a lot of plots. And I'm not quite used to all the gravel. It's very different. Over here we had two McClellians. Here's another one. This is Ruby. Ruby, you were young. You were born in You were born in 1913? And you died in 1941. What is that, 27? 28? And then I got Don't Be Nervous. I didn't hear that because my volume was down.
That he doesn't have.
Don't be nervous. No, I'm not nervous. But maybe you're talking to another spirit. Maybe you're not talking to me. I think that happens a lot. Implies. It's interesting. Well, my name is Jill, and I mean no disrespect. I'm just a member of the living community, and we all have some questions. A lot of people who are still living that really want to understand what happens when you pass away. It's literally an argument I see every day. Some people think you're not here and you can't communicate. Some people like me think you can communicate. But we'd really love...
Don't go back there.
Don't go back there. Which direction should I not go? Back that way? You don't want me to go back that way? Can somebody tell me what it's like?
Tariffs on him.
There's a lot of interference on this. See the lights. Huh. Do you see the lights when you cross over? Were you answering my last question? I wonder. But like,
Huge. In church history.
as I was trying to say,
Here.
I'm very lonely here. Who is it that said that?
Realist.
Who's lonely?
The bias. He also.
I was trying to ask if anybody can tell me what it's like in the afternoon. What happens to you when you cross over? There's a lot of people like myself who think you don't channel. channel?
In the fall.
Am I trying to channel somebody? In a way, I guess. Is that what you mean? Do you want me to talk to you?
A hit to the.
Is there somebody here who wishes to communicate? You don't have to. You can tell me to go away, or you can talk to me, or you can ignore me. All of those are appropriate. Let's go back here. I'm going to stand right up on this little wall. And right here we've got G.L. Spearman and his wife Lily. Mr. Spearman, you passed away in 1939. And your wife Lily passed away in 1929. There is no peace.
Something.
Who just said there is no peace? I'm sorry there's no peace for you. I think there is peace in the afterlife. I think it depends on what kind of a life you led here on earth. Mrs. Charlie Brown. Charlie Bishop. Cheers, I'm so sorry. Mrs. Charlie Bishop. January 15th, 1911. October 27th, 1934. Because. Are there spirits in this graveyard?
This young man.
A young man? How many spirits are with me?
Making sure.
Was that just 10?
And
How many spirits are here with me?
Isn't it around? Right?
I know a lot of this is radio interference.
make it any.
I'm not considering all of this legit. But I do think some of it...
This place.
God protects this place. Oh, I love that for you. I absolutely love that for you. I've never gotten that phrase on here. Do you believe in God? Do you see God when you go to the afterlife?
Be old.
I'd love to know
Voltando.
what happens to you when you cross over. Would.
Ended up in.
These are so recent. I really don't want to walk up with the recently interred people. There's some people who've been here for a little while.
Camp.
We've got Emma McCoy Elliott, James McCoy, and Philip Elliott. And right here we've got Woodman of the World. Let me read for a minute. James, you were born in 1893 and you died in 1928. Philip, you were born in did you say Philip? 1873
Need that.
to 1959. Were you siblings? James, Emma, and Philip. I wonder if you want siblings. And up here we've got
Turbulent.
Clarence and Francis, was this your mom and dad?
Here.
3 children here. Okay, so we've got James, Emma, and Philip. Those were the children. That makes sense. And Clarence and Francis, you were mom and dad. And you died on the same day. Clarence and Francis, how did you pass? It looks like you passed on the same day. Did you pass together? I'm assuming you did.
Just to be so that.
How horrible. Oh, how horrible for your children. 2 of the children passed in the same year, 1959.
For the comp.
And James, you passed 30 years earlier, 1928. So Clarence and Francis, 2 of your children outlived you. Wow.
See him first.
So we have Clarence Lee and Francis McCoy. Back there is James, Emma, and Philip. James McCoy, Emma McCoy, Elliot, and Philip. Okay, hold on. So
A big.
I'm wondering if Clarence and Francis
Very
were mom
excited
and
about-
dad.
Let's get this.
Eric. We're going to remember that.
A lot of.
I wonder
No.
if James and James was a child of Clarence and Francis. And I
Very cheap.
feel like Emma was their child, but she was married to Philip. So Philip might have been a son-in-law. That's what I'm feeling. And this might have been another daughter. So this is child number 3,
Include.
Louise. And she was married to Scott Parker. Maybe not.
Vision.
Obscure vision. Yeah. I'm actually not sure how everybody's related here, but I do feel like there are 3 children here that belong to Clarence and Francis. Back here. Psst. Did somebody just whisper for me?
3 of them deep.
3. This is very interesting. Back here we've got PFC James F. McCoy, son of Reverend and Mrs. J. E. McCoy. So over here is James E. McCoy. You were a reverend, and this is your son. This is your son, and he was only 22 when he died. Fort McKinley, U.S. Military Cemetery, Manila.
Receiving your.
PI plot N, row 6, grade 49. So you died in the war, James, and you were not able to be brought home. So your body stayed in Manila, and they put a headstone here for you. And this is your mom and dad. James and Emma. But who was Philip? How is Philip related? Was that maybe just a brother? I'm going to have to look this up. Louisa. Louisa, I wonder if you weren't also a child of...
Like the Dalek.
I'm just really confused.
I'm in the shadows.
I'm in the shadows. What shadows are you in? Are you over here?
You write the narrative?
Are you hiding in the woods?
So wait.
Or, I wonder if that just didn't mean some residual energy about somebody being in the shadows of a sibling.
On there, Mitch. Level.
Wow.
Act without.
Well, this was kind of interesting. Is there anybody from the McCoy family that would like to speak before I walk
Even-
away?
Force of call.
You guys are quiet now. You ready for me to walk away?